Friends and fellow travelers, welcome to the Journey Well. And in the month of October, I'm doing something new, and that is the Tarot and Shadow Challenge from Tarot Diagnosis. Each day there's a prompt, and I'm going to join in with it because I think it's going to be a fun way for me to develop and further my own practice, as well as get into the shadow a bit more, because the shadow is something I love to dive into and work with, because in my past healing, it has been one of the greatest sources of gold in my journey. So today, what the prompt is, what parts of me do I struggle to face? For this, I'll be using the Black Tarot. It's one of my favorite decks as well, just in general, but for shadow work, it's my go-to. So as I shuffle, I'm going to think about what parts of myself do I struggle to face. And, okay. The part of myself that I struggle to face that I'm thinking about today is the Six of Wands. Now, with the Six of Wands, what comes up in me is what I struggle to face is victory. There's a lot of myself that, even if I do all the work, even if I make the progress, even if people tell me, that I was helpful to them in some kind of way, I have this voice inside of myself from my shadow that tells me that it's not sustainable, it's not real. Don't take what they say as valid, because you need to stay in the shadow. You need to not shine a light. You need to not attract attention, because for me growing up, there was a lot of avoidance of attention, because if I stayed small, I avoided rage, I avoided getting in trouble, so I became very sneaky, and nothing I did was outside of myself. So right now, that's really coming up strong for me, is this need for me to face the fact that I can claim victory. I can do things. I can be present as my highest self, as my most present self, whatever verbiage I want to put on that or you want to put on it. I need it. I have to, because if I stay small, then I'll never grow, obviously, because growth is an enlarging of my conscious awareness, of the way I inhabit my world, and attacking the fears that, maybe I feel the need to be liked by people. Maybe I feel fear of dealing with the negative consequences of having a voice, because that is very rooted in my childhood trauma. So right now in this October, as we enter fall, I'm going to sit with that. And I'm actually actively thinking about it, that I need to claim victory. I need to look at where I have strength, where I have growth, because in this card, it's kind of like it's a flex. The shadow is flexing. I really enjoy that image, right? That the shadow is very much showing the muscles, and is almost in a bodybuilding pose. And this season, I've really been trying to develop my physical body, because my spirit is growing. But if I don't balance my own body with growth as I am my spirit with growth, I'll be imbalanced, because it's mind and body, it's spirit and physicality. It's the real physical, finite, profane world, and liminal space, and mystery and wonder and intuition. So this season, I'm also celebrating the fact that for years I've been trying to strengthen my body and love my body. And, yesterday, this last week, I felt for the first time in a long time, I did. I loved my body, and it's on the onset of years of struggling, of trying different systems, trying different plans, trying different support systems and different workouts and different plans of eating, and figuring out all of these things that are good for my body versus hurt my body. And in those struggles, when I kept failing, I would try something new, but I took a piece of that success that there was in that one effort and carried it forward. And now I feel, for the first time, I'm pretty balanced. I'm feeling really good about the path that I'm walking in both the physical and spiritual world. But I have to accept that there are people in my life, especially in the spiritual, are not going to like it. They're not going to like the path that I found, and say that it's not valid, it's not good, even though you're happy and feeling fulfilled and feel like you're of service to other people. So I need to walk confidently in those two facts. Spiritually, I'm growing. I have victory I can claim, and there are people that don't have the victory that I do, that I get to look at. In the traditional card, it's a man on a horse, and there's people around this man, and all of those people want what he has, or are trying to hear what he has to say, because he's gone somewhere. He's gone on a hero's journey, and now can bring back the wisdom. So it does not mean that I am elevated or this person is elevated. It means that I have something to give back. My victory is something I can give back. And so I'm trying to do that with this channel, with my other, efforts through different organizations that I serve or have created. It's all about learning, and then what I've learned, giving back to people so that as they try to learn and grow, they have a little bit of guidance through my meandering failures and successes. So if you want to join in, think about that prompt and go look at the tarot diagnosis, because I love to see people provide prompts that I don't think of myself that allow me to grow. So they have victory in a way that I don't. So I want to offer that to you as well. Go look and think to yourself, what are you not facing in this shadow? And hopefully you'll join me in the next one, and subscribe if you like these types of messages and these meandering thoughts. If they're helpful to you, please subscribe. And I would love to have you on this journey with me, because that's all we all are on, is a journey, and we're walking together. So until next time, journey well, my friends.